Folks, how you doing today? This is Creative Financing with JB. Here another Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Got my main man, Mr. Greg Williams from BDG Enterprises. We're going to have some good conversation today because remember, I always tell you, y'all can always do some things that y'all believe y'all can do. We got a perfect example here. We got a perfect show. We're going to show you about some events going on. We're going to tell you about some activities. We're going to show you how Greg started his business, as we said, enterprises, as he came along the way. But most of all, it's a true story. It's real. It stands out, and it's something you can do. So, Greg, I'm going to turn it a little bit over to you. If you can give them a little bit of your background and how you got started in this thing and how it came about.
Oh, thanks a lot. JB, I want to start off just by thanking you. You're an inspiration, and you have given so many people opportunities to change their lives and lifestyle. To get started, just to share a little bit about BDG, it's an acronym. The B stands for big, the D stands for daddy, and the G stands for God. So I named the business Big Daddy God because we like to do everything to please God with the way we work in the business. And it's really more of a ministry than it is a business. It was started out as a business that, believe it or not, was doing sportswear. And then in 98, we started the music and entertainment component. And now we have branched out over the last year since 98 into health, training, consulting, coaching, ministry.
We lost Greg
and
right there
even
for a moment.
Lawn care.
You still there with us, Greg?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now, so we heard you say that lawn care. So we add a little bit to that, and for that, that's amazing. Just coming and adding those businesses to it and developing it. And did you believe that? Growing up, would you ever say, "Hey, man, I'm going to have all these businesses and I'm be running, doing all this work"?
Not really. One of the things that I have learned, JP, is that when we are working for other people, we develop skills and we learn things that we can apply for our own use and purpose. And the one thing, or a couple things that really stick with me that I've learned from previous mentors: do not let our visions go to the graveyard with us, which means that we should try to launch the things that God puts in our head and in our hearts to do. And we don't have to be perfect. We can earn experience while we're learning. And one thing I can say about myself is I can laugh at myself, and I am not scared to try things. The last thing I am concerned about is what somebody thinks about what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. Because if God tells me to do it, then it's perfect for me to do.
That's what's up. We got to have that call, and we got to keep doing it. We got to keep stepping out to make that change in life, and inspiring people. That's the key. That everything is accomplishable. Everything is possible. It just takes little steps as we go through it. and we reached that success, and just a little history that Greg's dad was a saxophonist, and he took me down there one time, and I'm amazed because it's a musical background, it's a musical family. His brother, himself, his dad, so you see that chain of entrepreneurship through that, and I mean that's amazing for us to do. I always wanted to play the piano, but I couldn't hold a glass of water, to be honest, without trying, let alone try to play any instrument. But I did try. But Greg, tell us some of the stuff you do about your DJing and your events and stuff. How did you get into that type of whole situation?
Well, the first thing I want to do is give my wife all the credit because she has been by my side since we got started. And
All
she
right.
has helped me out so much that there's no way we would be where we are without her. My
Mm-hmm.
roots in the music business comes from my father, who is a legendary, he is deceased now, but he was a legendary saxophonist. So if you have ever heard many of the recordings done by Philadelphia International, The Sound of Philly, MFSB, Billy Paul, The Bill Cosby Show, he is the great saxophonist that is featured in those series.
Mm.
And he's an alto saxophonist. His name is Tony Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And in my viewpoint, he is one of the greatest saxophonists that God placed on this earth.
That's all right. That's a wonderful tribute. Miss Sharon's a wonderful helpmate, supporter of this. Tony, Mr. Williams. I mean, I heard him at Club La Rose that time. We going back a little ways, and him getting on that saxophone. It was amazing, to hear that go, and to hear that, man, strong lungs for to play that, because I was trying to wonder, like, Dad, do you hold your breath and do that, or how you keep blowing like that? Because I'd have got tired for it and stuff. And it's a lot of things you probably done in your career with this music. But if anything stands out the most to you, Greg, what would it be?
Well, the support that we received from so many people to be able to do engagement. I was sponsoring and producing a number of festivals. Many of them occurred at the Delaware Theater Company. We had a series of about 28 different shows that were broken up into three separate type of shows. One was called the Soul Spirit Showcase. The other was Gospel Explosion. And the third was Thank God for Jazz. And we did 28 of those different series over the course of about 13 or 14 years. And then
Mm,
for about 3 years, I became the director and producer of the Tony Williams Jazz Festival, which was held in Philadelphia every Labor Day weekend. That was a great jazz festival that I read one time in an article. It said that Bill Cosby's participation in that festival was equivalent to the Labor Day weekend telethon with Jerry Lewis. So there are so many things we have done, Johnny, that has showcased the gift that God has given people to play music. And Everything that we do with BDG is a part of God's purpose in my life, which is merely no more, no less, just to help people.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. That's a great help for it and stuff. That Jazz Fest. Do they still have that still going on, or have that stopped?
That
That
festival
Jazz Fest.
ended in 2014, which was about
2014.
11 years ago, but occurred for 25 straight years.
Oh wow, 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 and
And
stuff.
we
That
had
that's
the greatest jazz artists from all over the world that performed. It was a 4-day jazz festival that occurred in various locations in Philadelphia for about 10 of the 25 years, in New Jersey for about the other 10 to 15 years.
mm, okay, okay. That's so. We just gonna talk about moving forward. We have seen a lot of things that you participated in. You have really raised the awareness of. And one of the things is we're going to talk about that Do the Right Thing event and party, and that we're going to have at the Waterfall, folks, on March 29th, 2025, to honor those folks that have made strides in this discovery for HIV and AIDS. It's a positive event, but Greg, give us a little history about that event with that HIV and AIDS, of how it came along.
Yes, that event, which is called the Do the Right Thing for Life banquet, event, party, has gone on for, I believe, 24 years. I've
Mm,
been involved in it for about the last 15 to 20 years. And that is an event that is sponsored by AIDS Delaware. I am just so fortunate to be one of the promoters and one of the music directors of this event.
mhm,
That event was spearheaded and launched through the vision of a great gentleman named Frank Hawkins, who is one of the directors of AIDS Delaware. Now, I had 28 years of experience with the Division of Public Health, working specifically in the field of HIV. So that's how I got initially connected with this event. This
mhm,
event will occur on Saturday, March 29th, at the most elegant place called the Waterfall in
mhm,
Claymont, Delaware. There will probably be between 400 and 500 people in attendance. It is a beautiful event which is upscale. It has now turned into not only a banquet, but it is an upscale party with great music, great food, great fellowship, great exhibitors and vendors, and it is amazing. The proceeds from this event goes towards an outreach component called Do the Right Thing, which is a program that utilizes barbershop and beauty salons to provide outreach in HIV education, prevention, and testing. And we will
mhm,
have some of our musicians from BDG Enterprises and Records that will be a part of the performance. We will be DJing, and we have a few of the greatest jazz and R&B entertainers that you could ever see. And if you'd like to
Hmm.
know who they are, I can share that with you.
Yeah. Please do. Let us know.
Well, we have one of the greatest piano players in the world. His name is Aaron Graves. He was the piano player as a part of the Bill Cosby band. He also is the piano player with Gerald Beasley. He
Mm.
has been the piano player for Sister Sledge. So many great groups. Uh, I wouldn't have time to name them. He is going
Mm.
to be our musical director with the band, the BDG All Stars. And we have one of the greatest vocalists, and her name is Barbara Walker. If you've ever heard Pieces of a Dream and their songs, such as Warm Weather, she is the singer with that recording and so many others.
Mm.
We also have our drummer Wayne Morgan and our sensational saxophonist Alvin L. Alexander.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, we gonna have a good time. And Greg, just a little history. I remember at Sharon Temple we used to have World AIDS Day. Um,
Yes.
that we used to go, and they had a quilt at that time. Remember that it was a quilt that we used to have, where people sewed those pieces together, which gave the people the understanding what this HIV and AIDS was, and gave them that education, and to see that it has come this far is amazing. For where they used to just go around and just have this promotion with James Harrison was one of the folks, and the late Miss Verna Harrison as well, that sponsored this. But this is a wonderful accomplishment of how far this have come, and and some of the history of this HIV and AIDS have been just to educate people.
And
And
JB, that
mhm.
brings back my memory
Right,
because we have hung out and fellowship so much over
right,
the last so many years that it reminds me that that was the root of our introduction. Because I met you at Sharon Temple when you went through the training and you completed the certification training to do educational programs and presentations. And you were certified through the state of Delaware.
right. Yeah, that was a ways ago, but it was a great education. It was a wonderful time. It enlightened me to clear up some of those myths about HIV and AIDS and how we walked around, and we gave literature around to help folks understand that this wasn't only through sexual transmission, but through needles and other ways that this disease was transferred, which gave us some great insight. But this "Do the Right Thing for Life" event and party, I mean, I'm excited for it because it has come way longer. Also, he didn't tell you, it's food, unbelievable food there. Unbelievable folks you're gonna meet, unbelievable stories, photo shoots. It's an opportunity to really collaborate with some folks, listen to some good music, and have a great night. As you see going across the bridge of the screen, if you want to catch it, www.bdgenterprise.org/featured DE event.html. Pull that up. I'm going to say it again, www.bdgenterprises.org/featured DE event.html. go ahead, put that in your computer, register, sign up to purchase some tickets as we going out to keep the community educated. We going out to promote an event that's going to be awesome. If folks want to know the time and date, March 29th, 2025. It's going to be from 6 to 9, 6 to 10. We ain't even looking at time. We just going to have a good time. we
Hello.
we're going to make sure folks come out, meet some folks, collaborate, understand that these are events that helps the folks that's in our community, that they can be educated, our young folks, our older folks, and just a good time out on a Saturday night. For it. Tickets are $45 for this event, and it's going to be going on and on. I don't want y'all to miss out on this opportunity because last year we had a packed crowd last year, Greg. I mean, it was standing room only almost, at some point in time.
Yes, there's 2 ballrooms.
Mm-hmm.
There is the whole lobby that goes from front to back with exhibitors and vendors. There is the back room with the beautiful chandelier and all of the appetizers, mega stations for hors d'oeuvres, and every kind of food that you could imagine. Many people fall in love with the oxtail. Some people call it the oxtail event. And then there's the outdoor coliseum that holds about 100 to 150 people. So based on the weather, the whole waterfall will be jam-packed.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a great time, good vendors. I learned a little bit about folks that was there. They had the shea butter for it and different nutrients, spices for it out there. It just depends on the vendors that's there. It's quite a bit of them. Chuck, yeah, I'll be there too in the building for it because we looking for a wonderful evening, a wonderful time to go out and just celebrate and just have that good conversation, to collaborate. Great music. As you see, the BDG All Stars is gonna be there. They're gonna great music, bands playing. They even got a dance floor in that other ballroom. I don't know if it's suited for me, but it's gonna be available where we can have it. But I just would like everybody to come out, just have a good networking experience to where we're able to just continue to encourage Age Delaware to educate the community and to get them onto the next level of understanding of what's happening out here so we can be knowledgeable and our young people can be knowledgeable about this. And Greg, tell us, this is the only event they have each year, this one right here for this gala?
Well, for that particular event, AIDS Delaware and the Do the Right Thing program, they have a number of great events. They have the HIV Youth Teen Summit.
Mm-hmm.
They also have the talent show. For the life of me, I just can't think of the title of it. But that's usually at the Wilmington Playhouse, and there's a number of events that they're involved in and they also support.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Age Delaware, they out there in the community. They're working towards educating these folks at these different events. So we're gonna let you know March 29th, 2025, 6 o'clock, Do the Right Thing event and party at the waterfall in Claymont, Delaware. Be there, be square, be on point. We're gonna have an awesome time. Would love to meet y'all, have a good conversation and talk. If you're looking for tickets, www.bdg bdgenterprises.org/featured-event.html. Or you can even give Greg a call at 302-562-3706. Reach out, let them know that, hey, I was on a podcast. I'm looking for those tickets. Can you help me out? I'm pretty sure he can provide you some that's available, but we want to get it before it run out. Because once they run out, and once they get full, it's going to be next year or another event we're going to have to look forward to. But we're excited about the growth that we have with this Do the Right Thing and the group. And you'll meet people from all over Delaware. Some people come from outstate as well to join this event, knowing that it's a wonderful tribute to the success we have made. We wanted to talk about also we have another event coming up Sunday. Greg, tell us a little bit more. A Day of Hope, is it called?
Yes, it is. And before I get into that, JB,
Yeah.
I also want to mention that this Do the Right Thing for Life event is a part of a national project and awareness program called National Black HIV Awareness Day. And the other name of that event I was thinking about that I couldn't remember is Teen Idol, which is sort of a take on American Idol for teens. That the Do the Right Thing program sponsored at the Wilmington Playhouse. Now to get to
Nice.
the event Sunday. This is going to be one of the most amazing and heartfelt, touching events for the community. It's going to be held at Faith City Family Church, which is located really across the way from the Christiana Mall at 179 Stanton Christiana Road in Newark, 19702. Faith City Family Church is spearheaded by the great pastor, Steve Hare, and he is also the founder and owner of Reach Gospel Radio, which is considered to be one of the most well-known and established gospel radio stations in the country. Over the last 5 or 6 years, I believe that Reach Gospel has been awarded and won 3 or 4 Stellar Awards for Gospel Station of the Year. So this event, this Sunday, March 16th, from about 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., is called Hope Sunday. Also, it's called A Day of Hope. And HOPE is an acronym for Have Only Positive Expectations.
Wow.
And JB, Johnnie Bazemore, we thank you and Creative Financing for being one of our exhibiting and engagement partners for this event.
It's a pleasure.
Yes. So we have Creative Financing and Creative Financing with JB, along with about 17 to 20 other service providers. And we have thought about the type of life important focuses that play a part in people having what the word says the abundant life.
Yes. Yes.
So we have health
I
provider, we have Christiana Care, Black
mhm.
Nurses Rock, we have uh, an organization that helps people out with trauma. We have Network Connect. We have organizations that help people with insurance and investment, Primerica.
Mhm.
Uh, we have Berkshire Hathaway, Fox Roach. Again, we have creative financing with JB, Able Real Estate, Network Connect. Everyone can achieve. This is amazing too, JB. We're
Mhm.
going to have an expungement clinic. So
Oh,
people that have experienced situations in their lives with legal challenges can see people and experts from the legal entities that can help them get their records expunged. We
wow.
also will have blood pressure
Wow, that's
screenings
amazing.
by Black Nurses Rock. And I'm probably forgetting a couple others. We have Life is Delicious, which is an organization that sponsors the annual Delaware Veg Fest. They're going to be providing great information on healthy eating and active living. We're going to have the Black Chamber of Commerce that's going to be providing information for people that are interested in small business initiatives. And we believe that these organizations, another organization is Neighborly Home Care, which provides amazing services for people who are financially fragile. So this is all a part of the hope and opportunity that we believe that we all need assistance,
Mm.
awareness, and engagement in that will help us
Mm.
to get closer to the abundant life that our Lord Jesus said that he came to bring us. And that's going
Mm.
to be done through people like you, JB. And
Mhm.
we know that the word says that my people will perish for a
For
lack of
lack.
knowledge. And that's
Mhm.
what we are hoping to bring. Not only the
Mhm.
knowledge, but the tangible services that will change people's lives in the
Mm.
name of Jesus.
Right, right, and that's amazing. And how did we come up with a day of hope there, Greg? What was the thought process in that?
Well, Pastor Harry would be the best person to explain that. But Faith City is a church and ministry that provides this level of outreach continuously, at
Mhm.
least once a month in various communities for various population groups all over the region. And the whole idea is to reach out to people in the name of Jesus
Mhm.
so that we can bring the services, the food, the love of Jesus, brand new coats,
Mhm.
uh, shoes, the tangible needs that people need on a daily basis. And we bring that to people so they don't necessarily have to come to a building to get it.
Mm, that's perfect, you know. And folks, you heard it's March 16th, 2025. We're going to start at what time is that? About 9 o'clock in the morning, Greg?
Yes, it's going to start at 9, and we're going to utilize the times of both of our services for this amazing engagement and the services that will be provided. So we're
Yeah.
using the lobbies, the hallways, and the sanctuary of the church for this amazing event. So we want people to come. Fill up your cars, bring the people. Also, we're going to have Del Tech Community College, which is going to be providing information about the seed program, their summer programs, applying to Del Tech so they can get a beautiful higher level of education and college experience.
And that's awesome. We're gonna have wonderful vendors out there. I'll be out there as well on Sunday, providing that financial education for homeowners, investors, commercial folks that's out there looking to purchase commercial buildings. And it's an educational time as we provide these services that are free to the community, that we're trying to educate and involve them and expanding and growing, because this is what this is about. You know, as I tell y'all every week, this is about resources, providing the tools necessary that we can grow not only professionally but spiritually as we continue to do the work out here in this community. We have a lot of folks out there trying to find their direction, trying to see what's going on, see where they can be at. Another networking opportunity to really come out and see what they have. They said Christianic Care, you know, we might have some questions for Christianic Care, you know, what do they offer us? What services? What if I needed this with my church? Those people will be available for you. You'll have real estate agents that's going to give you some guidance on our housing market today, as a lot of folks is probably they're feeling the push right now in this housing market, and how the government have changed a little things that's out here in the world. But we're providing something that we can reach out to and kind of understand as we're trying to elevate folks to that next level. And we have other vendors out here, as Greg was talking about healthcare. Health people, they're probably taking blood pressure, Greg, I assume, as well at this event.
Can you repeat that again, JB,
They're
please?
probably gonna do like quick health screens, like blood pressure checks and
Yes,
stuff. Yeah.
yes. Black Nurses Rock, which is a nursing sorority, which consists of licensed nurses and registered nurses, and they come together as a nursing sorority and provide community initiatives. They're going to be providing information on CPR, all kinds of medical services for the community. They're going to be talking about women's reproductive health. And
Mm.
also, they're going to be providing the blood pressure screening.
Mm. Wow, and that's gonna be off. Somebody out there need they had a blood pressure check. High blood pressure is the silent killer. So come on out, make sure that you're in a good status, make sure that you're healthy, make sure that we're staying fit, because the best thing to do is to, once we know, we can do better, we can excel better, we can reach another level. So this day of hope, we want to thank Faith City Christian Church for it. And that's right, Chuck, health is wealth. For it, we want to thank them for having that. As we know, Faith City is part of Reach Gospel, which is out there as well as a. Greg, and tell us a little bit that Faith City has a radio station as well.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Reach Gospel Radio is a part of Faith City. Pastor Steve Hare is the owner and founder of that station.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a nationwide station that is accessible to people in, I believe, 12 states in the United States, as well as certain areas in Canada. Of course, people can get the radio station live stream all over, and we have so many different FM frequencies that people can get this radio station and the gospel in their cars on FM frequency all over the country.
Wow. So that's amazing. We have a church not only spreading the gospel in the community, but they're going nationwide for telling the people about the goodness of God and what they're doing out here in this community during this trying time. As Greg can testify, it's so many people going through a difficult situation right now. With government layoffs, the economy's not the best right now, but we're being optimistic that it's going to get better. It's going to be a better day than yesterday for this stuff to happen. But most of all, a day of hope is an event we can't take lightly to these events, because we need some of these resources that's available for us. As we see, if you want more information, a day of hope, www.bdgenterprises.org/a day of hope.html. Go to the website, look at that day of hope, look at some of these vendors that's going to be out there. We want to again thank Faith City as they are sponsoring and having opened up the church doors to the community. So if you know anybody in the community to come out to have a great day and find out what resources they have available, it'll be great to come on out to Faith City on Sunday, March 16th, 2025 at 9 a.m., where we will be there spreading the gospel, not only spiritual, but professionally, and letting folks know about the resources that we have in our community for it. And it's going to be a wonderful event for that. And Faith City's gonna be standing tall on that. I wonder if they're gonna put that announcement on the radios too, Greg, or
Oh yes, it's on the radio continuously, so
yeah.
you can stream Roots Gospel Radio. You can find out and just listen to the station, the best of gospel music, the word. We have the most awesome host, nationally renowned radio host that handle the broadcast through Reach Gospel.
Mm. So we have that as well for it. But also, we want to thank Greg and his entrepreneurship with these events that hosting and he's presenting for them. Just reach out to www.bdgenterprises.org. Pull up the website, see what's happening out there. If you're looking for some entertainment, some events going on, some ideas of what's happening here for it. As during the Super Bowl season, Greg had shirts and hats and all type of memorabilia for our good old Eagles fans over there that brought the trophy home and and everything. So reach out. It'll be a great time to do it. We have two major events coming up. We have one. It's going to be a wonderful time for us out there. Do the right thing for life event and party that's going on March 29th, 2025 from 6 to 9 or 10 p.m. And then we have a day of hope sponsored by Faith City Christian Church right there. And Greg, give us that address again for that Faith City.
It's 179 Stanton Christiana Road in Newark. The zip is 19702. And it is in eye distance from the Christiana Mall, right across the highway.
Right across the highway, folks. So if you're at the mall, get in the car, come on around the corner before you go in there, get a little resources, get your blood pressure checked before you go spending that money in that mall, eating and eating that food. so we know what we can handle and what we can't handle, and know what's going to affect us internally, so we can have a great day out there. And Greg, tell us, Faith City, do they offer, what other events do they usually do that we can have our audience look forward to in the future?
Well, we have a day of hope every month. Most of the times we are doing it in specific communities at specific locations. Just to give you an example, on March 1st, we had a day of hope at Price's Run Park. We gave away over 600 brand new winter coats, heated blankets, food boxes, and other types of gifts. And on every gift that we gave out, the boxes of food, the coats, the blankets, there was a tag that was sent to every individual that received something. And the tag said, "A gift from Jesus." And we do this continuously each month at various locations. And there are hundreds of people that wait in line patiently to receive the good goodies that we are giving away.
Mm. So we have a day of hope each month at
Each
Faith.
month.
Wow, that's amazing and stuff, and that's a great thing to kind of see that Faith City's out in the community, helping the folks. Blankets and coats is a huge thing, because we had some cold weather going on there, and for all our homeless people out there that were able to get some type of coat or blanket, that's a shout out to Faith City for that tribute of going out there in the community.
Yes. And JB, people can simply call 302 731 7270. And that is the main number for Faith City Family Church. You can call there and get the most updated information on our outreach initiatives and anything else you'd like to know about Faith City Family Church or Reach Gospel Radio.
That's awesome, Ford. And folks, y'all heard the number 302-731-7270, main number for Faith City Family Church. Reach out to them. Find out what's going on in the community. You might know someone that needs to attend one of these days of hope, or have some type of need for the services that the church offers, as well as we prepare to make sure we're reaching out, finding the needs of the community. And that's what's so key, is that we have that connection with that church. 302-731-7270. As you heard, Faith City has this event monthly for a day of hope. It's not just one day that we're having it and we're having the vendors, but every month is something that they're doing that can help out there in the community for it. And you can call Faith City 302-731-7270, so we can make sure that we touch bases with them and find out what's happening out there, even a good word on a Sunday to have as well for that. Greg, is it? Do we have a date for the next Day of Hope coming up after this event on Sunday, or how far in advance should we call?
I would say you can call anytime within the next 10 days,
Okay.
and you should be able to get some information on the next scheduled A Day of Hope.
A Day of Hope, man. It's an awesome event right there for it, and we want to see if AIDS Delaware have any events coming up as well that our community can know about. I know we was talking about Teen Summit for it out here for our young folks that's learning about the AIDS and HIV virus. That we can, have curable methods now for that, and that they can understand what it is and not be a bliss to the things that's happening out here in our world today for it and stuff. And it's just amazing to have these resources available for us out in the community, because without them, we struggle. We will perish, as the words say, if we didn't have the opportunity to learn and be educated on that. So shout out to Frank at AIDS Delaware as he puts on this event. Let's go back over the time. March 29th, 2025, 6 to 9, 6 to 10 at the waterfall. We're going to have the Do the Right Thing for Life event and party. Our Day of Hope is March 16th, 2025. We're going to be at 9 a.m. And how long is that event going to last, Greg? We didn't even say that for the Day of Hope.
It should last until about maybe 12:30 or so.
12:30. So, folks, I'm a foodie, so the Cheesecake Factory open about 11 o'clock. So you got time to stop in for the Day of Hope, then run across the street for it. And Isabel, yes, educations and resources. That's what we're providing. That's what we're giving out in this community. That's what we have to look forward to. We're available for that, but as I said, that this is wonderful opportunity, man. I thank Greg for sharing those events with us. As you know, if you want to go on his website, www.bdgenterprises.org, you will find out about getting tickets for the Do the Right Thing, and also our Day of Hope event. If you can pass it on to anybody that might want to attend and might want to spend some time on a Sunday, getting some resources and some knowledge out there in this community, because that's what we have in these trying days here and to come. I'm honored to have Greg on our podcast this week, folks, because this is an opportunity to share some of his expertise of what he does out here in the community. Greg always had we had an event on his lawn one year, and thank him and Miss Sharon. I know he owed Sharon a little couple of dollars in his back pocket for that event he did last year. But wonderful music we had right there on the lawn for it, and it was a great time for it and everything. But I give a shout out to him, because it's an honor and a privilege to be associated with some of these events he have. And before I keep talking, I'm going to let him give some of his closing comments, so we can go ahead and go from there.
Well, JB, I want to start off, and before we end, I want to thank you. I can't thank you enough, not only for being such a good friend, to me and our family, but a friend
Mm-hmm.
and a child of God that provides so much to people in the community. So I
Amen.
personally just want to thank you because you are doing so much to help people out with improved lifestyles, improved ways of living, and improved information. So
Right.
thank you so much, JB. I also want to give a shout out to my entire family, uh, my children, my adult children, Bruce, AJ, Marcia, Ebonice. I have a whole host of grandkids. Everybody is so supportive, and we all love each other.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Probably our kids are tuned in and listening to you, JB.
Yeah.
And I have a whole host of friends that I have shared this information with, and I didn't get a chance to share with as many as I would like, but I have some of my good friends, Joelle, Tracy, Sid, Barbara, Donald, Jerry, Ron, Cindy, uh, so many others from Philly that also my kids' spouses, Buds, Alyssa, Drea, Joe, and everybody that I'm hoping you got some of this information. And please connect with JB because he can help you out.
Yeah, that's awesome. For Greg, we thank the family, the loving family, that's out there, and for the support they give him, Greg, as he goes out, and I know it's a lot to host these events. Thank Sharon for her patience, for being there and supportive of the things that
And
he's doing
she's
out
my
there.
best friend, JB.
She is
She's
your
my
best
best friend. She's my
friend.
young girl. She's my heart and soul.
Yes, indeed. You better call it what it is. For this stuff. But folks, we thank y'all for attending again. This creative financing with JB, wonderful event. As I leave and I give you these dates one more time. March 16th, 2025, 9 a.m. Faith City Christian Church across the street from the mall. Come see us. Come Day of Hope. We're providing resources, education, all those events. Um, Do the Right Thing for Life event and party, March 29th, 2025. It's going to be at the waterfall right there in Claymont, Delaware, from 6 to 9. If you're looking for tickets, www.bdgenterprises.org / featured event dot html, or just give Greg a call 302-562-3706. Give me a call. If I have a few tickets left, 302 312-9860. We'll love to help you. We look forward to seeing you at it. But as I always said, providing resources, changing lives as we move forward in 2025. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye now.